I am live. Am I live? Oh, I forgot to go live on Instagram. That's all right. We are here. What is going on? I am Courtney Rollins, host of the Life and Transitions Experts podcast, here with another podcast that is focused on probate and estate planning at the Life and Transitions Experts podcast channel and YouTube channel. Go check it out. Love for you to follow. We are focused on helping people through those biggest transitions in their life, particularly when it comes to estate planning or when someone has to settle the estate of someone and they have to go through probate. It is not necessarily the most fun process, and I'm on a mission to help people not only navigate the process smooth in a more smooth fashion, but also avoid it for their family in the future. So it's very important. And quite often there's real estate involved. And when there's real estate involved in these transactions, that's when I really get the opportunity to dig in, help families out, and see if I can provide some awesome solutions to that. But when there's not real estate involved, there's still so many other moving parts that we try to help with. Now, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not a financial advisor. I am just giving my experience and sharing my experience as someone who's digging deep into the probate process in Durham, North Carolina. And as an expert, expertise is a process, right? It's not a destination, as Bill Gross, the probate expert in Los Angeles, says. I really appreciate what he says and the work that is happening over there at the state professionals space over at Chad Corbett's Probate Mastery. Awesome program. Just want to shout out to them real quick. At any rate, again, probate is the legal process for settling the affairs in the estate of a deceased person. So when you pass away, there has to be a legal way to say, hey, I'm taking over this account for a moment so I can send the money to who's supposed to go to or pay the bills. You can't just go and do it on your own without any legal authority. I mean, you can pay bills, but as far as settling and making sure that it's credited to the estate and that this estate inheritance is passed out and all those important things, there has to be a legal process, and that's the probate process. It's legal. Oh, of course, it's legal. It's public, and it can be lengthy and it can be very expensive. That's why it's highly encouraged that you discuss with a family attorney ways that you can avoid the probate process. There's some awesome legal instruments that you can use to avoid the probate process. But if you are in the probate process, you may be an executor, which means there was a will left behind and they've nominated you or appointed you the executor for whatever reason. You or maybe several people are the executor. Or if there's not a will left behind, then you may be the administrator. You may have stepped up and said, hey, I'm the administrator for my loved one estate, or I've just been assigned because I have vested interests. Go check out some old video. I did one last week on who can be the personal representative. At any rate, the personal representative is going to be responsible for actually opening the probate, doing all the administrative work, notifying creditors, taking inventory and accounting, settling all the debts and paying all the taxes, distributing any inheritance if there's any left over, and closing the estate of this deceased person. But there may be other things that are involved in the probate process you may need help with, such as a family attorney. It is very important. Then a probate is something you can do on your own, but the attorneys can really help, especially if it's a large estate or there's some complications involved. So make sure that you consider that. Also, a real estate broker. You may, if there's property involved, you may decide that you want to list the property. You may decide to fix it up, clean it up, do all the rehabs, manage. We'll have a great real estate broker that can manage that and hopefully get top dollar for your property. Or perhaps speed and convenience is something you're more interested in, so you may need to have access to a real estate investor, someone who can provide quick and simple solutions and provide cash for that property and allow the inheritance to be distributed or have funds unlocked for whatever the project or next steps are for your life. You may also need contractors for repair, especially if you're thinking about keeping it yourself or turning it into a rental or even selling it at in the MLS or with a real estate broker. Now, an investor, you probably won't need a contractor or do repairs because they usually take it as is, which is how they're able to get their or how we're able to get our properties at a discount. But you may still need support with that if you decide. There's cleaning and hauling. You know, we collect a lot of things over the years, so this cleaning and hauling goes directly into something you may need to do to sell the estate. and it also goes directly into estate sales. So perhaps you're deciding to list it online or create an estate sale and see if you can monetize some of the personal property that's left behind. And you also may need support. Quite often, people who are passing away are elder, and there may be some surviving spouses or loved ones or people left behind, and they may need support finding a new community or new home. And that's definitely something that could be involved in the probate process, as well as a financial advisor. Perhaps you've gathered this inheritance and you want support figuring out how to avoid probate in the future or how to use your funds and invest it in a smart, intelligent way. So those are some of the spaces that you may be involved with. What's awesome is that for Estate Pro Service, we are the hub. This is what we try to do. We try to provide all of those. We don't try to be jack of all trades and masters of none, but we really try to sit with families, see what their situation is with a heart, head, and hands-on approach, and use our heart to recognize that this is a tough situation that we're dealing with and that you may be dealing with, and use our head to really think about what is the right approach for the challenge that you may see that you have, and then we get to work, use our hands and get to work. Feel free to reach out to us at stateproservice.com if you'd like a free consultation. We'd love to chat with you, even if you're not in North Carolina or Durham. I love helping people out. I love trying to figure out it just helps me get better, to be quite honest, and I can help other people as well. So check us out and hit that like and subscribe and join us in Facebook channel, all these different places that we are trying to provide this content. Would love for you to support that. So other than that, I'm going to sign off saying rising tides, it lifts all sails. Recording stopped on Zoom.
Recording stopped.
I have so many documents open. I think I'm still out here on the YouTube and the Facebook world. Peace to you all.